Hey guys, this is Eric Wangener with Wangener Racing. Today's Friday Friday 13th of PRI. Yesterday I got to walk around and see all the stuff that was there, and I'm going to show you all the new products that I saw that I thought was cool. There's probably plenty more that I missed, but these are ones I thought were most interesting as far as new products. No, I got paid to put none of this in there, but I'm just going to show you guys for the ones that can't come. Today being Friday the 13th means the Cam Challenge competitors and I should be in room 204 between 11 and 1 today, if things go well. So regardless, I'm going to be there. I hope that room is open. It's the one thing, like, it's got reserved and everything, so I hope everything goes smooth. So I look forward to seeing you there, and that goes there. But let me show you some of the cool products I saw that were new, and I'll do a voiceover for this. This is the first thing I saw that was new. This is from the AFR booth. These are the new AFR Enforcer heads. You're like, well, they already had AFR Enforcer heads. These are the small block Chevy ones. They redesigned them. So before, the AFR Enforcer that they had, and they still will carry this, which we'll talk about in a minute, it's just a Chinese copy of the Dart Pro 1 Platinum 200cc head. They had been using that, and they said they're going to continue to sell that just because of warranties. They're going to have it there to sell. But these are the absolute new ones. These are their own design, so it's based off what the AFR 195 Eliminator head is. And they have two volumes for it. I think it's 190 and a 200cc. They have a 205 intake valve, 1600 exhaust valve. The valve job they do is in-house. So on these ones, it's a 5-angle as opposed to the old AFR Enforcer small block Chevy heads were 3-angle, but they are done in-house. So the valve job's done there, so you could, it's just, to me, it's better than having done them in China like they were doing before with those Dart ones, or Dart imitations, allegedly. These also supposedly flow more. I'll eventually find out. And they of course say they make more power, which they probably do. And it looks like a better design. But anyway, to the next thing that they also have that's new. This also from AFR is a small block Chrysler. And I think it's their Enforcer head on that too. Now, this is new. I don't have any of the specs on that. But that's new if you're into the small block Chrysler stuff. So you Mopar fans, you've got another offering. But I don't have any of the specs on that. I didn't ask a whole lot because I'm not a huge Mopar guy, at least on the small block Chrysler side. The 440 stuff I can flow. The small block Chrysler stuff I have to borrow a plate just to flow the heads. But at least it's new for you guys. This is new from Holley, and I really would like to have seen the inside, but I didn't get to see it. This is the new Holley High Ram for a small block Chevy. So finally, for us small block Chevy guys, we have a tunnel ram intake for fuel injection, forward-facing throttle body. That's just like the Holley High Ram for us. So now we can be on a level playing field with the LS with this manifold because they have a high ram for the LS, and they also had a small block Ford. So Holley's cool with that. I really would like to see them take the top off so I can see what the runners look like on the inside. But very nice. They have a lower profile version of this as well, but that's pretty cool. So we have something there. I don't know that this is new, but it's somewhat interesting. I went to AED's booth, and they got car bears there, and then they had a dimple Dominator, which I thought, I've had some experience with that on the flow bench. Didn't show a whole lot of gains, but I was like, well, they said this was off of the IHRA deal that set a record, but then part of me wondered, but did it go any faster with having it on or off with the dimples? But nonetheless, it was interesting, so I thought I'd show you. This isn't entirely new either, but I don't think most people know this, but this is APD. They actually sell shaft rockers for a limited number of heads, one of those being the SR20 heads, but this is an alternative to your T&D, Jessel, Crowder stuff. So it's nice to have others out there. They used to be, when I checked, they were probably one of the more reasonable ones. They used to have a small wait time too. I don't know about now. Everybody's wait times have come down, which is great. But anyway, I thought I'd show you that. Now to the battle of who came out first with the canted valve LS head. This is from Frankenstein. They have an LS7 with the canted valve LS head, and it looks amazing. I mean, it's a pretty nice deal. I'm sure they did not release, at least bring to PRI their best program, but they just wanted to kind of show it. But it's a canted valve LS7 design head. It's got a big old oval. It kind of looks like the Moses head. But anyway, they introduced that, and that's pretty neat. But if they weren't the only one to introduce a canted valve LS head, so did BTR. BTR introduced their new LS3 canted valve head. They actually have one for a cathedral port and a rectangular port. Now what you're looking at are the porter castings. They only had one of theirs that was CNC ported, and it was actually on an engine, so it was really hard to take pictures. But there's And I've talked to Brian about this. He says this is the game changer. He says it's better than any other LS3 head that's out there. Now, it could be some salesmanship, but to me, from a cylinder head standpoint, you have the best advantage right here. So if something's going to be better, it would be this. But unlike the Frankenstein one, this one's the LS3 platform, so it's going to fit more stuff. And it looks like a really nice head. Hopefully I'll get a chance to port one and mess with that, but a really nice thing. They work with stock rockers, so you don't have to run shaft rockers. It's a neat idea. It could have the potential to make every other LS3 head that's out there obsolete. I'll say that. Last thing, this comes from Robbins. This is more neat to me, and I thought I'd show you. I have the Robbins seat and guide machine, and it works pretty good, but on some seats, specifically the ProMax LS3 large bore with the copper alloy, whatever seat, it's a pain to cut, and it doesn't always cut straight, and that for whatever reason, that seat's the booger. But they introduced this. This is a dual blade cutter, because if you ever use a seat and guide machine, you usually have the blade on one side, so it's pushing on that side, so it kind of deflects on the other. So what they did is they put another blade on the other side, and what you would do is you run that one like a half thou less or 1 thou less than what your other side is. So you have one that's like cutting rough cut, and the other one brings in your final. So it seems like it would fix the problem. I'm looking to buy one to see what it would do. So on my harder seats that are tough to cut, you could just use this. I don't know how much this thing costs. I mean, you're looking at it right now, you're like, oh, that don't look like it costs that much. The regular one was like $600, and then you still had the holders, which were another $130. So this one's you're probably looking at right there in my hands, probably $1,100. But we'll see. I'm gonna get a price quote. They also had a new sharpener for the for their blades, because I'm not a huge fan of their sharpener. They had a different disc for it and a different holder for it. But even when he was trying to use it, it didn't seem like it worked right. So I don't know. I would like to play with that too. That's probably my least favorite thing about the Robbins machine is a sharpener. But anyway, that's all from PRI. Come see me in the booth. Remember, I don't podcast Iron Head. You guys take care.